Hey guys, it's Cameron. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm with my BFF Emma, and guess what, guys? She's my roommate now. She moved in like a month ago, almost. Oh my gosh, it's almost been a month. The second.
Yeah, so like 18 days.
No, it's been 18 days, but I've technically only been here for like. I got home the 12th. What did we use today?
Till 20th, 8 days.
Yeah, so technically we've only lived together a week, but we've been like going on walks and being healthy and stuff, and Emma is actually here for cosmetology school, and so I said my hair needs a little trim. If y'all have been here since the beginning of my channel, my hair was short.
I found a picture of us the other day. I'll send it to you so you can insert it right here, and it was literally like huge.
My hair was like short. It's grown
She
a
got it chopped
lot.
off.
I didn't want it that chopped, but it's grown so much. It just needs a trim. So she's just gonna trim it. I just showered, so my hair's clean. But yeah, Emma's just gonna chop at my hair. I parted it, so it should be good. But I'm excited. My mom normally trims my hair, but I'm not with my mom. So
I normally trim my own hair.
I literally just want like the tiniest bit. So like, just whatever you want. I'm gonna look like a little boy. Just like in the little barber chair.
You should tell them about your corgi experience.
I don't even want to talk about it. No. Okay, so I was gonna film a video about getting a corgi, because if you guys know anything about me,
Well, Camry is one of the most impulsive people I've ever met in my life.
it's my mental illness.
It's mental illness.
I can't help it. It's part of
You
like.
need to like scoot up a little bit because your hair reaches like right to the edge of the chair. So.
Okay, sorry. Anyways, I am very super impulsive. It's bad. But
And so she comes home on Sunday, and I think it was it Sunday night or Monday night that you told me you wanted one.
I honestly don't remember.
I think it might have been. It was Monday night because I had class on Monday, and so Monday night she tells me, she's like, I want to get a corgi so bad, and my mom, my dad, and my brother all said that they would chip in and help, like for my birthday mainly. And I was like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Literally the next morning, this was that night, the next morning she comes in my room and says, I'm getting a corgi on Friday. And I was like,
So that night, after I told her that, I went in my room and I did like a lot of research. I'm part of a bunch of corgi like Facebook pages, and I've been looking at corgis on there for a while, but they're expensive, like $1,500 expensive. And I'm like, yo, I don't have that kind of money. So I was like, I'm just gonna like look for other breeders.
you should have like looked up that guy's name on your corgi pages to see if anything came up.
Yeah. If I could go back and do this a smarter way, I would have. But listen, okay, I was just depressed and I wanted a dog. So I found this guy, and he seemed super legit, like had a really legit website. I emailed him. He sent me like a huge email, like talking about the dog and what comes with the dog and how they ship the dog to me, and like super legit stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm so excited. And the dog was only $550, and then to ship it, it was $150. So in total, it was $700. And I was like, okay, I have that money. I asked both my parents, they said they would like chip in. And I was like, okay, perfect. Like everything just lined up perfectly. I was so excited. So I paid the guy. Keep in mind, he asked me to do it through an app. So I was like, okay,
Yeah,
like
he had her pay him.
Okay, yeah, he
like
asked.
a week in advance before he even got.
Well, he said, he was like, you pay me and then we'll sign the contracts and then we'll just like get things rolling. And I was like, okay. So I paid him through Cash App, and I should have noticed because his name that he was emailing me with and his Cash App name did not match. But I was like, whatever, maybe it's like a family owned business. So like the guy messaging me wasn't the Cash App guy, you know, I had no idea. So I sent him the money, and then Emma and I like go to the store and get a bunch of toys for the dog and like a bed.
So excited.
I'm so excited. I've wanted a corgi my whole life.
Like all every day leading up to Friday, she's like, I'm just gonna cry.
I know. I was like, I'm just gonna hold the puppy and I'm just gonna cry. Like, I'm gonna look at him and just sob, and he's gonna be my baby. He's gonna go everywhere with me. I just love him. Like,
You're gonna name him Oliver.
I was gonna name him Oliver. I still am gonna name
This
my
guy, like, sent
Oliver.
Sent her videos.
Like, videos and pictures, and he was so cute. And so I told everybody at work, like, I was excited. So then Friday comes. The night before, I'm like freaking out. I'm like, okay, let me email him really quick just to make sure everything's okay.
Because there were like multiple times throughout the week where Camry was like, what if I'm getting scammed? Like,
yeah, I was like, what if I just have a bad feeling about this? And I told you I had a bad feeling about it. Like, I knew deep down. And so then Friday comes and I wake up and I was like, I woke up at like 10 and he told me he'd like email me with the tracking information as soon as he dropped the dog off at the pet shipping place. And so I woke up expecting to have already gotten an email, and I didn't. So I went in his room and I emailed him and I was like, hey, like, any news on the dog yet? And he didn't say anything. And so I emailed him again and I was like, sorry, I'm just really excited to get the dog. And he said, I'm heading to the pet shipping company now. And I was like, oh my gosh. I said, okay. I was like, are you ready to go to Joplin? Like, which is like 30 minutes away from us. So I was like, are you ready to go? And she was like, yeah, let's go. And so we go, and we're just basically like wasting time. So we went to the mall, and while we were at the mall, it had been like 2 hours since he said he was dropping the dog off at the pet shipping place, and I still had no tracking info or anything. And I was like, okay, so I'm gonna email him again. So I emailed him again and I said, like, hey, have you heard anything yet? Blah, blah, blah. At this point, I was kind of getting really worried that I was getting scammed. Like, I kind of knew, but I didn't want to believe it yet. So then she was like, well, you should call him. And I was like, okay. So I look on the email and I find the number and I call the phone number, and it wouldn't let me leave a voicemail. And I was
it was like you've been sent to a voicemail, but it wouldn't
let me leave one. And I was like, that's weird. So I kept calling, and I probably called that phone number like 20 times. And then I texted them. So then at this point I was like, I'm 100% getting scammed. So I called my mom and my dad, and they were both like, you need to like report this to the police. And I was like, I don't think the police are gonna do anything. I emailed him like 17 times. And I literally told him, I said, if you don't answer me, I'm gonna go to the police. Like, they are gonna have your information. Like, they'll find you, da, 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 da. Still nothing. And I was like, I can't believe this is happening right now. Like, I wanted to cry so bad, like, in the moment, but I didn't. And then I called my mom on the way home, and she was like, because she was coming to Pitt to get a recliner, and she was gonna like stop and see me and the dog. And then I didn't end up getting the dog. So my mom comes over. On the way home, she calls, and I start crying in the car. And Emma was like,
I was trying
to help. When I get in those moods, like, no, nothing helps. And Emma was like, baby, this was just God's way of telling you that you didn't need a dog right now. And I was like, no, I did need a dog, I did. And you were like, okay. And my mom was like trying to make me feel better. And I was like, honestly, nothing anybody says right now is gonna make me feel better. Like, I wanted this dog. I literally am out $700. I'm a broke college student, y'all. I get paid $8.25 an hour at my job. Like, I needed this, like, ugh. The only reason I was okay with spending $700 was because I was gonna have a little corgi nugget. But now I have no corgi nugget, so I'm like, what the heck? So then my mom gets here, and as soon as I open the door, I just start bawling. I go to my room and I'm just crying, and I'm like, why does God hate me? Why do bad things happen to me? I don't understand how people can be so cruel. And like, I was devastated, and my mom was trying so hard to make me feel better. And like, that whole day, I was in the most depressed mood of my life. Like, I was already depressed, and that was one of the main reasons why I was getting a corgi. I was like, I need something to like help me be okay, and like have something that relies on me so that I feel like I have a purpose. And now I'm not getting a dog, so my purpose is Emma, I guess. Because I live with her now, so she's my purpose. But I'm just so sad. I just don't understand how people can be like so cruel. Like, he knew
it was weird because
I was a college student.
Yeah,
like,
but most scammers, like, once they get the money, they that's when they stop talking to you. But this guy was like messaging.
He still was messaging me. He was like, the night before when I was like, is everything good for tomorrow? He was like, yep, we're still on. And I was like, okay.
And then I was like, Camry, I was like, what if he got in like a really bad
car accident or something? But then I had messaged another corgi breeder that lives in the town over from us, but she also charges a lot for corgis. I was looking for like a cheaper dog, you know, like, I'm not looking to spend like $2,000 on a dog. And so I didn't go to her for puppies, but I messaged her and I was like, hey, do you have any available dogs soon? And she was like, I have some due in a couple weeks. So I explained to her my situation and what happened. And she was like, oh my gosh, where do you live? Who is this guy? Like, what's the name of the website? And I told her everything. And she said, I'm really sorry, honey, but I heard he's a scammer. And I was like, I wish I would have done this before I spent $700 on a dog.
And
so
since he had to like load it into the cash
yeah,
app.
he told me to load it into the Cash App and then send it to him, and I didn't think anything of it. I was like, okay, like I don't know why, but whatever. So I did that, and so it's not traced back to my debit card. And
Do you want any more off or?
no, that looks beautiful. She looks healthier, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, thanks, baby.
You're welcome.
But basically, I got scammed out of $700 thinking I was getting a corgi, and I'm not.
Yep.
But we're still gonna get one. I just don't know when, because now I don't have any money. I'm still gonna go to the bank and see if I can see if there's anything I can do, even though I don't think there's gonna be.
I look like a wet rat.
A cute wet rat.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I have your hair all over my toes.
So anyways, that's a fun story of me getting scammed out of $700. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit Emma up for all your hair cutting and beauty and nail and eyebrow waxing and eyelash extension needs once she graduates from cosmetology school.
I have a normal Instagram and I have a makeup Instagram, so you can follow both of those. I don't really post on my makeup Instagram anymore. I need to start posting on it more. I also have a YouTube channel. I'm sure if you've watched Cammy's videos before, you know that
She
because
does.
we've collabed multiple times. But
So
it'll all be
that's
linked in the
Oh
description
yeah, of
below.
course. Anyways, I love you all. Give this video a huge thumbs up, comment down below,
And make sure you subscribe.
whatever you want. Subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Deuces.
Doses.